planning on doing this live stream, so it better be good. I just did a live stream this morning on Twitch saying that I was not doing live streams over on Joe Does Stuff anymore because I was going to try to focus more on the particular type of content that I need for this channel, which I don't even know what that is. I'm trying to find my place with all things content, After Prison Show, Joe Does Stuff, Facebook, YouTube, even TikTok. It's a lot to keep up with. And for here, I wanted to be doing whatever content's going to fit best for this channel. And I think that doing the live streams hurts the videos when I'm sharing videos. And I guess it's probably because people are already seeing what's going on in the live streams and the videos are oftentimes late. Anyways, who knows? It just makes me feel like everything that I was talking about this morning on the other live stream was kind of all for nothing. But I don't have a video for today. I mean, I haven't had a chance to edit a video, and we'll do the live stream instead, so it better be good. Hey, what's going on, everybody? K Schwizzle, what it do? Shout out to you being number 1 up in here. Tori, what it do? Number 2 up in here. K Schwizzle, also number 3. Billy McFly, Relock. Shout out to you being up in here again. Everybody, appreciate you guys being up in here. Lieutenant Dan says, what's up, Joe? I'm pissed that the Steelers won and Aaron Rodgers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, what an interesting story right there in the NFL world. Pittsburgh is now the AFC North top dogs, huh? All because of that kicker for the Ravens. I didn't even think the Ravens were going to put up as much of a fight as they did last night. Turns out they almost won that game. Ain't nothing like the reaction of Lamar Jackson ready to run off the field just knowing that they were going to make the field goal, and then they didn't. But even more than that, I'm not really a Lamar Jackson fan anymore. I used to like him. Now, his lore has kind of worn off in my book. But it was a really interesting story that I saw this morning in relation to that particular football game, because allegedly a bunch of people took to Instagram to really go in on that kicker. And I went and I looked at his Instagram. He's got a bunch of pictures with his soon-to-be wife, proposal pictures and whatnot. People were saying that they hoped his wife cheated on him with a black man. Like, shit was diabolical in the comment section of this man's Instagram. Crazy. Unbelievable. Major Payne, what it do, man? Shout out to you. I appreciate you being up in here. John says, Joe, HVAC. Yeah, we failed with that HVAC attempt. That was one of the last things that I shared with you guys. Troubleshooting that HVAC using ChatGPT to do so. A lot of people were triggered by that. And, you know, one person left an insightful comment saying that, you know, you can't trust ChatGPT for all the answers. And I believe that to be the absolute truth. However, I think that we were tracking pretty good. Some people said it could have been as simple as the condenser fan. You know, that's a little out of, I'm burnt out on that. I'm ready to get paid and move the hell on to whatever's coming next. Modern Clips. Sorry you don't watch sports. Sports are pretty good, especially these college playoffs right now. It is going to be really good. Lord Bullet, how much I got to donate to get mod? Well, you can start that donation train off because I'm not here for my health. I tell you that. Oh, shit. You know what? I bet you the audio is ass on here. Nope, we got the good audio. Every time I log in and log out, it gets crazy. Redskin Chris, what it do, man? Jason says, did you try kicking the HVAC system? We tried kicking it. We tried jump starting it. They said that there was one other option we could have tried, which is called a hard start kit, I think is what it is. I ain't messing with it. It's out of my wheelhouse. I'm not messing with it. So here's the other crazy conundrum to everything right this second. Man, we don't got no freaking work right now. We don't got nothing. I'm literally getting ready to start a freaking... Don't let me say this. I don't want you to hold me to this, but I've been thinking, You know, if work does slow up, I might just start a podcast with Gene and Jason and call it frickin' what was I going to call it? Jacklegs. You know, sketchy contractors. Could you imagine the implications of a podcast with Gene and this guy Jason on there? Two stoners plus me, the most serious, person on the planet. Doing reaction videos to construction content, almost like that TV show Ridiculousness. I guess I would be Rob Dietrich, whatever his name was. Yeah, man. Lord Bullet, I appreciate you, man. Nonetheless, you ain't got to donate. I was just kidding about that. John says, what was your appointment about? Man, I can't talk about that, and I should have never mentioned that. I know that I made a statement saying that I've got court upcoming. I was kidding about that. I can't say anything about anything right now. Just bear with me. We'll have some information to share soon enough, and you'll never believe what it is. It's pretty insane, to be honest. K-Swizzle says basically an extra strong capacitor. We put a brand new capacitor in there. We got the 40/5, what it required. That didn't work. And then it said, basically we had reached the end of life with the system. I really want to share the ChatGPT log of like that entire day because it's probably pages long. It might make for an interesting read to some. It was pretty insightful using that to try to troubleshoot shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been using ChatGPT for a lot of stuff as of late. I've got a lot of music upcoming that I cannot wait to share with you guys. I'm writing songs almost every single day now with the help of ChatGPT and Suno, the new AI music generator. I'm even getting ready to enter into a contest. There is a country music contest. Let me pull this up real quick. Check this out. I think I can win this shit, actually. So let me pull up this post real quick. Matter of fact, I encourage all of you to join as well, too. And if I get into this, shit, that's not right. What the heck do I got to do? Gosh almighty, man. Bear with me. I guess this was my gameplay source right here. Every time I switch between one thing or another, it's always some bullshit. God, I hope I don't leak nothing here. Let me go ahead and make sure. I don't know what I got opened on this computer. All right, check this out, folks. I think I could win this. Look, check it out. The Wide Open Country contest. Get heard by #1 artist and major label A&R execs. Do you know how bad the music industry is shitting their freaking pants right now because of AI-sourced music content? Forget your songwriters. Can you imagine how much music is going to get listed in this competition that is AI created? Lieutenant Dan says, do you think I should do 1,000 on the Patriots on the Super Bowl? They got to beat Josh Allen. That's who they're going to have to face to get there. So if we win the competition, $5,000 in cash, a major label A&R mentorship, get out of here with that. ChatGPT is the only mentorship I need. A dream co-write with a country artist, a song mixed and mastered by a pro, feature article on Wide Open Country and American songwriter, and a premium guitar and more. Hear me out on this. If this isn't the biggest fishing expedition, stop yelling. Am I yelling? Oh, it's Joe. It's Joe Guerrero too. Yeah, that's my Cash App, Redskin Chris. Appreciate you. Surely it is. What? Am I yelling? Is it super loud? Now I don't want to say a word. All right, so I'll try to talk quieter if that's the case. All right, so hear me out on this. This is a contest to get your music heard. And the number one prize is $5,000. What a crock of shit this is right here, right? You're going to enter a contest, you're going to win $5,000, and then they're going to give your song to Morgan Wallen. And that shit's going to go on to do $1 billion. But you done signed over the rights to this shit for $5,000 and a guitar. But I got some music. Man, do I got some music. I'm trying to tell you, I started writing a new song today. And I was talking about this earlier. Okay, yeah, you guys have seen that song that I tried to share called Crackhead Contractor. I talked about this morning. My humor is lost on most all of the world. Okay, I'm Edward Scissorhands. I'm freaking Goodwill Hunting, like genius caliber, I think, possibly. I don't know, but I know that most people don't match my intellect when it comes to humor. It's too dark. It's too... I can't explain this. So... I thought I was sharing about this. Crackhead Contractor might just be a little too touchy, a little too touchy-feely. Wait a minute. I'm a crackhead. I'm a contractor. I'm offended by that, some might think. I said if I changed Crackhead Contractor to Craigslist Contractor, and I just changed it up a little bit, now all of a sudden, I am the new Rich Folks of Richmond. I've been selling my soul, snorting these lines for asshole wages, doing asshole time. Man, I'm trying to tell you, I got the recipe. I just got to put it together the right way. I mean, I got the skills. I'm better than, like, man, who am I better than? I'm like a rapper, kind of, but I could do it for anything. And what I really want to focus on is like a country type of music or like funk and R&B. Country might not reach the right audience. And what I mean by that is when I upload the music and I share it with you guys, like people either don't like it because it's too touchy-feely, or they don't like it because it's country. But if it's funk, yo, everybody likes funk. Like when I did Jody number 10, like people were rocking with that. So I've started rewriting Jody number 10. I've started rewriting a lot of these songs. And I cannot wait to share them with you guys. The boss says, is Morgan Wallen from Knoxville? And I have no idea. I'm not all that hip to trivia. I'm not that hip to anything. Dan says Joe is the Albert Einstein of comedy music world. So I started writing this song today. I'll share it with you guys. It was called, well, it doesn't have a name, but I said, I'm trying to write songs based on stories, right? Like I have to have a story. Okay, I have to have a background for the song that I'm writing. That way I can really hone in on the shit. So Jody number 10 was heavy on my mind today, and I wanted to start rewriting that, but then I started writing something just totally different. And I wish I could log into my Sono account on this computer, and the day that I'm able to log into that account from a different device, because I haven't figured out how to do so yet, it's wild. Anytime I pull up Sono on like my phone, it makes me create a new account. I can't just log in to the account that I already have. I don't know why that is. And I don't want to log out of it downstairs because I already got 4 or 5 songs on that thing. And I'm scared that I'll get locked out of it. Hey, Jason, it's actually a really good point that you bring up right there. Nah, look out, Jelly Roll. We got Ramen Bowl Joe. So this is why I like that you bring up. Look at Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll was a rapper, felon, all that shit. And it was late in life for him, maybe not as late in life as it would be for me, when he became a country music sensation. So it ain't unheard of that I couldn't do something with the music. I don't think that it would be anything to that degree, but it would be, what I'm looking for is a fun way to be re-energized with content. I'm coming back to After Prison Show after a lot of back and forth on what I'm doing there, and I'm going to have fun with it again. And I want to figure out the right thing for this channel, because let me tell you the wrong thing for this channel. The wrong thing for this channel is vlogging my every waking thing, oversharing on the internet, for nothing. And I guess what it really is, it boils down to, I'm just vlogging, but my existence is so freaking mundane and boring that I'm really not I really got no business vlogging. Doing these live streams, as much as I feel like they hurt videos on days when I have videos that come out on this channel and I do a live stream, I'm good at doing the live streams because at least I can make it some kind of a talking head, podcast-esque radio show. I try to put on for y'all with these live streams. If I'm going to do this, I want this shit to be entertaining. I'm not looking for donations. Like, I'm just, what I am looking for is to double fist a little bit. Pause. I'm looking to be able to use these live streams to entertain you guys, but also to create content. A lot of the live streams that I do, I'm able to take clips from them because I'll do like either the reactions to the shorts, or I'll tell a story that I can turn into a video. Here's the crazy thing. I just did a live stream over on After Prison Show 3 days ago. And from that live stream, I was able to get a couple of different pieces of content. One of those pieces of content turned into a prison story that I just chopped up and I re-uploaded to After Prison. And it did okay. It did like 15,000 views, which is good in comparison to how things have been performing over there. And as a matter of fact, that video is still blowing up right this second. So I'm not just here for my health like I had mentioned. I'm here to shoot the shit, to spitball, and to grow. So essentially what you guys get here for free, diabolically, is a fucking masterclass. Like, I'm literally not only, a comedian, a genius, the best at almost everything that I touch. You get a masterclass here. Or you get an hour of listening to a guy talking out his ass. I'm just messing with you. Lieutenant Dan, shout out to you. Go check out Roll Tide Willie on TikTok. I know Roll Tide Willie. He's a I like Roll Tide Willie. What's he got to be mad about? He's not mad for nothing other than some clout, Got no choice but to be mad about that. You know who I really like? I like Justin Danger. What's his name? The ex-military guy. He's a big Bama fan too. And he's not rooting for Ole Miss. If you're a Bama fan and you're not rooting for Ole Miss, I ain't rocking with you. But he was one that said he wasn't rocking with Ole Miss. He was crying his Alabama tears talking about, well, when we win all the time or when we lose, everybody's got something to say. Travis says I'm Jesus. If there was anybody that I was close to, I'm kidding. Let me stop. Sometimes I'm just rage baiting. And it gets taken a little too seriously. Okay, Grumpy Old Men. This is what I want. Song ideas. There we go. Cherry Red Lips in Prison Daisy Dukes. That's a song title for you to do. I like that. I'm definitely going to do some prison-related songs, but I got so ADD off track, I forgot to tell you about the song that I was writing today. I need my songs to be based on a story, okay? I hate this, but shout out to you, Lieutenant Dan. I hate this, but the song that I'm writing is about a guy who takes a charge for a girl, and then she bails on him when he's locked up. And sadly, I know a guy who that happened to. And It's going to be such a good song. And you'll be able to bop to that shit in the whip. You'll be like, baby. How did it go? I tried to call you, but the line was busy. You told me if I take this charge, you'd miss me. So I took this crack charge for you. Not so sure that was the right thing to do. 'Cause I'm on probation too. And then I'm going to learn how to dance. And then we're going to go viral. Baby, I took... I can't remember how it goes. You got to hear it. Me trying to do it a cappella is not working right now. A Drywall Patch song, I like it. I'm good for that. I think somebody said a Bondo song as well, too. Bondo fixes everything. Handrail Master. Travis, I think it was you who asked me if the real estate man had checked out the handrail. He did. He loved it. He loved it. I just ain't been talking to him too much lately, and I don't know what's going on with that. I'll tell you the last thing that he said about the handrail. Looks great, thanks. Appreciate the effort on the handrail is one thing that he told me. And then he said, thanks, Joe. Stairs look good. Appreciate the pics. And I'm sending this dude books. I'm talking like full updates on what we're doing, like what we can be doing. Didn't I write a song about the HVAC? I did. I won't get into that one right now. All right, let's move on. We don't got to sit here and talk all this wild shit about music. What do I want to do? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some live reactions with you guys. That way, at least, if nothing else, I get some content from this. Shit, I didn't mean to show you that. Stop showing it. That'll work. That'll work right there. So it's scene 2 and scene 1. Bingo. All right, I need to pay some bills. And when I tell you that these reaction videos, oh yeah, by the way, if I could glaze myself just a little bit real quick, 156 people up in here. Hey, if you guys are not rocking with my Facebook page, Leaving from Lowe's, I'm now making more money off of Facebook than I'm making on YouTube. So please go rock with that page. I did 2 million views on one video on Saturday. In 2 days, one video did 3.5 million views. I am actually the new up-and-coming reaction guy. People are rocking with it, and that is super cool. And if I knew, that's what's got me questioning my existence over here, because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, what am I doing? All I need to do, I could do a 10-second reaction, and that shit's doing better than these hour-long vlogs of me riding around in the truck, bitching about the day. I don't need to do this. In 10 minutes, I can film 10 shorts, and we're going to do so right now live. It's a masterclass. Leaving from Lowe's is crazy work. It absolutely is. That page has, when I first started dilly-dallying with it again, trying to get content to take off over there, it had 6,000 followers. It's now got almost 17,000. And that's not a lot, but it's growing, and that's only been in about a month and a half. Flipping houses would definitely be a cool song to do. All right, I got some shorts that I want to do. I might be a little nervous doing these in front of you, but we're going to all right. I don't usually watch the whole short and then like get a game plan. I just be going, right? What are you doing? What are you doing? Folks, take a look at this. That's my catchphrase too. New merch is coming out. It's going to say, take a look at this. Take a look at this. Where's it at? Say something again, 'cause I can't stop thinking about my girl. She's out there with Jody number 10. I think this is the video. Okay, I got to resize it because shit's always messed up here. And then I also have to do something else too. And it just makes it easier for me, so don't mind me. But you don't get a filter for this. So I've got to turn off the pawn shop background. Okay. You got to look at the green screen because it makes it easier for me to edit these. Oh, and then the image has to go away too. Say something again. And then I got to move myself. Yeah, this has to be perfect, folks. This is what's paying the bills right now. And I'm just doing them live with you guys. Alrighty. This is going to be a good one. I already know it is. I already know it is. Boom. You'll see this. If it turns out to be anything good, you'll see it in a couple of days. I've got probably 10 shorts in the Bammer ready to rock and roll. I'll even pull up the comments. So if you guys have something insightful to add to this, you might see your comment in the short that could go viral. It's almost like that music competition we were just talking about. We don't need the audio. I don't never want the audio to these. I don't want anything to take away from the words that I'm saying, as if they're so important. Yo, como te laves en el trabajo, poos todo, and I have no idea how to speak nor read Spanish. But who needs to understand a foreign language? Take a look at this. Folks, we're making snow angels on the wall. Whoa! That's actually... Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne right there. That's actually freaking modern art. Hey, tell me you're an apartment painter without telling me you're an apartment painter. How many times have I said that? My God. Hey, what you doing when you walk onto your job site and you see your painters doing this? I'm probably drug testing immediately. Dog, what are we doing? We got 3 apartments to get painted today. What are you doing making snow angels on the wall? Tell me that's not oil-based primer right there, and that shit better not be my trim paint neither. That's the only thing I'm paying a little bit more for, because you know damn well that's painter's edge that we're painting them walls with. I guess don't nobody prep the carpets in here. Not a drop cloth in sight. Don't let the safety man show up. You wonder why my insurance is so damn high. Y'all, this is actually not that good, to be honest. I need to do better. But all I need is just 10 seconds of gold. That's it. I just need 10 seconds of gold. Take a look at this. My God. And you wonder why I'm only paying y'all $17 an hour. What a waste of frickin' materials right here. You can't tell me them walls ain't going to flash right there. The new tenant's going to be moving into this apartment talking about why it looked like there's a body outlined on my wall. Who's your painter? I'm not going to lie. You know what? The way apartments be painting for paints, I might just leave that shit like that. That actually is pretty freaking cool. That's it. That's gold. 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 It's not that good. Tyler says, what carpets? Were there no carpets in there? And here's the crazy thing. If I don't get the short right off the jump, like it's a one-take deal. Now, granted, I might not use all of that. I'll probably take 2 or 3 of the witty remarks and turn that into the short. But if it doesn't work for whatever reason, I don't never go back and do it again. Or very rarely will I ever. Because I'll never have the same energy from the first time. No matter what. It'll always feel too forced, I guess is what it is. All right, let's go find another one because I got shorts saved for days. Oh, I filmed this one already. I don't want to do that one. And that's the one that went super viral. I filmed that one already. I got some new ones. What am I talking about? And plus, I haven't even gone to TikTok. I got a bunch of shit saved over there. Say something again, 'cause I can't stop thinking about my girl she's out there with. You know what we'll do? And this is another thing that I do. I'm going to show you something real quick. A lot of times I'll be scrolling through reels. I'll find them. I'll save them. That's how I get the content to react to. But a lot of times I will literally, let me go to the reels. Watch this. I'll just go through and be scrolling through the reels, and I'll just be reacting to them bitches one right after another. I've already seen this one. Yeah, so usually I could just, oh, wait a minute. I hate the fact that I got to change all this. That's the only thing that sucks about doing this is I can't never have this shit ready to frickin' rock and roll. Such a pain in the ass. Such a pain in the ass. That should be good right there. That might work. We'll try that. But not every one of them is worth reacting to. Man, look at this. I don't know who paints their house black. I think Trippie Redd did that down in Florida, did he not? He painted his whole mansion black. But painting the exterior of a home black just does not seem very energy efficient to me. I guess if there is a silver lining, at least you don't have to worry about the overspray in most cases. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to get some black paint on the shingles right there? That's not really going to hurt nothing. Hope there ain't no white cars around. Buddy laying down on the job. Take a look at this. See, this one's not even that good, to be honest. Not all of them are worth. Not all of them are worth doing the reactions to. I love this guy right here, Bradley Sparks. This is somebody that I've been watching quite a bit. He is so freaking funny. He's a recovering addict. He serves some time. He does these singing videos. I know you guys know this guy. And he's awesome. I mean, he really is. I'm sure a bunch of his shit will pop up. Jackson Dart showed out this past weekend. I don't care about that. Here we go. Holy shit, what we got going on right here? Ain't no way in hell. Would not be me, man. You are putting Jesus take the wheel right here. You know that shit's sketch when these dudes are walking slow out there. A lot of these guys you see in these videos, oh my God, and they're double hanging that drywall. They've already got drywall up and they got to double sheet that shit. On the wall back there, it says one layer. Just so I guess you know, don't double layer the walls, but just the ceilings. I believe double layering the drywall is a fire thing. Something to do with fire suppression. Not exactly sure. You guys can see this one pretty good, right? Because sometimes when I switch these, it gets all crazy. Whew. I saw this one. This one is just silly. Oh, my God. Look at this guy. You know this shit's fake. You know this is fake. But to think about doing something like this just to get some views, it does have 2.6 thousand likes. I imagine it's probably got a couple 100,000 views, if not 1 million. Is it really worth it? I just could never see myself doing something like this for the views. I'll do a skip before I'll be getting freaking drywall compound in my mouth. And it's in his mouth. Tyler Cassidy, I rock with that dude. He's very talented. DeBoss says, so is it better to layer? It is. Yeah, it's fire rating. 5A doubled up. And it's a son of a bitch to do, too. There's my guy right here. Yeah, this guy is great. He's got almost 1 million followers on Facebook. He's somebody that I actually really am, rooting for with this. Very positive dude. And let me tell you something interesting about this guy. He does these skits. He's funny as shit. So if you know this guy, you'll remember that he started with another fella. It was him and this other dude, and they were like a tag team comedy singing thing. But then Buddy smoked some meth and started getting high again, and this dude had to separate himself from that. And what really got me interested in this guy is the way that he addressed that situation, how he handled that, and how he was able to continue on his own away from that situation. It just reminded me of so many times in the past when I handled situations poorly. I don't want to react to somebody doing a reaction. Now, this is worth a reaction. Look, it is standard practice that your toilet needs... No. No, don't you interrupt me with notifications. Hey, look, it is code that your toilet needs to be 15 inches of clearance on either side between, the walls. And there's plenty of houses that I've been in, flip houses that I've done, where the toilet was not 15 inches from the wall. Might have been a little bit less, 10 or 12. I wonder why that code is. Is that for a large person to sit down to have enough clearance between them and the wall? Look at this, though. Forget enough clearance between the wall and the commode. Now you got to worry about the commode and the door. Man, to put something like that together, that is some redneck engineering all day long. I don't know who in their right mind thought that this was going to pass an inspection, let alone have somebody ready to get this place. Man, that's a small bathroom. There's Buddy again. I'm not trying to watch all his videos. This is something else that I've been thinking about getting into for Joe Does Stuff is artwork and doing something, maybe not to this degree. That shit is dope right there. Yo, I could do that all day long and sell those for shit, $200-$300. I know I could get some people to buy this. That's art right there. I could do live streams and just do drywall compound art. Because that's probably what that is, just mixed with a little bit of black paint. Hey, that's badass. Would y'all buy that from me for $500? You're not paying for how long it took me to do that. You're paying for my soul in that. Man, look at these dudes on these 10-foot stilts. They weren't even tall enough. They had to put 5-gallon buckets underneath of them. I have never walked on a pair of drywall stilts like this, but I've seen plenty of people in video doing so and busting their ass trying to learn. How do you even get up for that? And how much of a... Man, I know your legs got to be tired as a bitch by the time the day is done. And that's 12-foot sheets of drywall too. Look, man, I thought roofing was hard work. This shit looks like this is probably the toughest work in America right here. I wonder how they got them stilts connected to them buckets. What if the bucket shatters? I mean, you're done. You're done. You're out of work. You're out of commission for at least a month because you're breaking something on the way down. Man, and Buddy just manhandling by himself that 4x12 sheet. Up to them, fellas. Damn. Man, that's some tough-ass work right there. But I bet you they can get that whole house rocked in 2 days. Doesn't look like they got very far. They must have just started. This is enough to make you want to quit right here. You've got 3 boards hung, and you're like, man, shit, we ain't nowhere with this yet. You're already tired. I know I would be. I'd quit. There ain't no doubt in my mind. I'd be done. Done. Oh my God, I don't know. This ain't going to have nothing to do with any of the type of content that I normally react to, but I already know this video is gold. She's so fat. She crushed the trash can. Hey, yo, the goat is the goat for real. Why the goat was chasing her anyways and not anybody else? Maybe the goat smelled food. You know goats will eat anything. Oh, my God, this is hilarious. How her pants stayed up is beyond me. Bing! Hey, this is some rodeo shit right here. That's pretty good. I'm done. I might have got like one out of there that I might even think about, but most of that was just having fun with y'all. Yeah, it looks scary talking about that drywall shit. Where's my image at? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I got to turn my thing back on. I was wondering what I was doing. Man, I'm kind of worried about the fact that we don't got no work right this second. I don't want to say worried. I mean, we'll find something. But, you know, we was on a nice little roll. And the sad thing is I got a feeling, man, we about to hit a little lull because it always happens. And that sucks. I'd like to find a roof. If we could start getting more roofs. A roof will keep us busy for a little bit. But, yeah, we got to find something. All right. I tell you what I will do. Let's go back. You know what we will do? Let's do some more reaction content. But not for shorts. Let's do some reaction content that I used to really enjoy doing, and that was there he is, right there. Let's look at some flips. Let's see what's available. So, let's see what's available. This guy's always got houses for sale. Damn, he hasn't been posting videos, though. Oh, yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. He hasn't posted anything in 3 weeks, though. The housing market is super shit right now. It really is. Aaron said she had pockets full of bacon. That's hilarious. She had a bacon back, too, which is crazy. Reskin Chris, the real estate Mongol, don't have any more properties. I don't know what's going on, man. We've done a lot of work for him. And we had a new real estate guy that I thought we was going to start working for. And I know he's got properties. But he told us he wanted us to do this siding work. But now he's kind of in the wind. And he told me he had a family emergency come up. So I don't want to bother him. I just hope everything's okay. All right, folks, let's go ahead and take a look at some potential flips. So what do we got right here? We have... This house is in the absolute hood. They want and also this is for sale by owner type of shit. And this is the worst way to do this. Because basically what these people want, they want after repair prices. And these houses look like shit and they need all the work in the world. So they want $6,000 down on this house, $1,895 a month, and they want $229,000 for this undoubtable piece of shit that we're about to look at. And that is just a diabolical price. So let's take a look together and see if it's worth it. $6,000 down, almost $2,000 a month, and they want $229,000. You let me know, is it worth it? Here it is right here, folks. We are in the absolute ghetto, and we will let the audio play on this so that you guys can hear what we're talking about. We'll look at a couple of houses, see what's out there.
I'm in Norfolk. This is 314 West 26th Street. 314 West 26th Street, Norfolk, Virginia. This is a nice 3-bed, 1-bath property. It's available now.
In the absolute ghetto.
Checks, no credit checks. Norfolk, Virginia on a one-way street. You got street parking right out front on the other side of the street.
All right, come on.
3-bed, 1-bath property. I have not been inside yet.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Let's go inside and take a peek. Very nice porch. Looks like it's been recently redone.
Porch has been redone. No yard. Oh, man, we got to open the lockbox.
Go inside.
Come on. Come on. I ain't got time to wait.
Lockbox works.
Come on. Come on.
Find 3 keys.
Holy shit. 3 keys.
314 West
that ain't
26th
bad.
Street in Norfolk. 3 beds, 1 bath. This place looks really good in the photos.
Yeah, that ain't bad
This
at
is
all.
my first time coming inside.
Still a couple things in there.
Living room area.
So you always wonder what happened in these houses. Was it an eviction or was it a death? It was one or the other.
Nice furniture here.
Nice little china
Nice
cabinet.
door.
Not bad. Got LVP in there.
Oh.
What the world, man? Hey, run that back one time. I'm trying to see that. Got some hamburger helpers, some Thousand Island salad jar. So we got some leftover non-perishables in there.
Little closet underneath the stairs. Another living area.
God, that's a bright, dark blue
Really
walls.
nice room here. Or this could be a bedroom.
Yeah, this is not a bad-looking house at all. In comparison to what this guy usually shows,
There's half bath downstairs.
this is not bad.
Half bath.
Horrendous
downstairs.
color for the walls. So you would imagine 6,000 down. I think
So
he said,
it's a 3-bed, 1.5 bath. I was marketing as a 3-bed, 1 bath.
oh my God, them kitchen
lights on.
cabinets. My God, you got the water heater right next to the countertops.
Power's already turned off.
Holy shit. Can we put a closet around that? What is that? Is that a freaking furnace? I don't even know what this contraption, this gizmo is. This is a freaking, there's your hot water heater. What the hell is this? What the hell is that thing?
Your furnace. You have
A
your hot water
furnace.
tank, which looks brand new.
It was a furnace. That's what I thought that it was.
Nice orange kitchen.
Why do we have an orange kitchen? We've got blue walls in the main living of this, and then we come into the kitchen, and this son of a bitch is prison orange.
Nice orange kitchen.
What do you mean, nice orange kitchen?
Stove.
Ain't nothing nice about that.
Fridge. All right, let's go upstairs and take a peek.
They must have been some New York Net fans, because that's what their colors are. This ain't bad, though. Doesn't really look like it would need a lot of work. You'd have to redo that kitchen.
This is your full
Clawfoot
bath.
tub. I'd get that up out of there.
Another bedroom.
Ooh.
Very messy, but it's overall in good shape. Another bedroom.
Yeah, this ain't a bad house.
And this bedroom will walk you over here.
A lot of
Has
pill
that
bottles
porch
on the
area
floor right there.
outside.
Damn, you got a porch out there?
Yeah, this porch area out here. See, like an outdoor seating area. You see it from the front of the house.
This one ain't bad.
And then, I don't know what this is. It's
Oh, yeah,
a
Gators
closet, a
fan.
bedroom.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I'm not going to call this a bedroom. So I'm just going to say this is a closet. So this is a 3-bed, 1.5 bath. Text me anytime.
Okay, cool. All right, that was that one right there. That one wasn't too, so $229 all in on that is way too much. That house during the flipping days, man, you'd be lucky to get, I wouldn't be trying to pay no more than $150 for that. I wouldn't be trying to pay no more than $150, but that wasn't even an interesting one. This guy usually has some really interesting properties. Let's see what he's got. Look at one or two more of these. I don't know if I shared with you guys. I probably haven't shared with you. I got to go to the dentist tomorrow. So I need all the content that I can muster because I might be out of commission for a little bit. I got a major cavity so bad it's down to the root, to the nerve. So they're probably going to have to pull my tooth. The problem is I've had I've had 2 teeth pulled in my lifetime. The problem is this tooth is right next to one of them other holes. So I might need to put a GoFundMe together for some dentures, maybe some veneers. Could you imagine if I actually had white teeth? I mean, I've got the worst teeth in the world. They're almost as orange as this shirt that I'm wearing. But if I had nice teeth, I would show them all the time. I would smile more like a Roman Atwood t-shirt. That was so stupid. Yeah, man. And here's the crazy thing, too. I've got United Health insurance. Very good insurance. And personal health care. I pay for my own personal health care, me and my sons. So I was calling around on Friday trying to find a dentist. I needed an emergency dentist. Every night since last week, the nerve pain is so bad it keeps me up almost all night. And I'm calling the dentist. I call the one local dentist that I used to go to when I didn't have insurance. I think they even pulled a tooth of mine before, and it was like $200, $300. This was years ago, a lot of years ago. So they were telling me over the phone, I said, look, yeah, I've been there before. I've got insurance now. I didn't have insurance then. They said, oh, well, we got to see if you're, covered under what we accept. I'm like, yo, what's United Healthcare? Like, this isn't freaking like some bogus freaking, this is real deal insurance. So how wild would it be if I go to this dentist appointment tomorrow and they tell me that they don't accept my insurance and I can't afford the root canal and they got to pull the damn tooth because I couldn't afford for them to do the root canal. That would be crazy. Adapt says, just have Gene pull your tooth, pliers and a chisel. Adam, man, hey, what's going on? Shit. I didn't even know you was up in here, brother. Appreciate you being up in here. Yeah, hopefully the dentist goes well. I'm dreading that shit, but at the same time, I'm really looking forward to it because I got to get this tooth situation fixed. And then I'm getting, bear with me here. I'm going to get back into the working out. Some kind of a way, some kind of a how, I'm going to get back into the working out. I've been inspired by somebody. There's this roofing guy, I guess content creator. He's 47 years old. And dude looks like he's in freaking pristine shape. Like he don't look 47. I'm 43 and I look like ass. I got to get back. And if I get back, man, I won't even own a shirt after that. I got to get back. Pull your own tooth out. Ooh. Appreciate that information, Dan. Any word on Shiflet? No word on Shiflet. No word on many people, if any people. John says, what does your wife do? My wife is a super mega boss for a lot of apartments. She's a super mega boss. It's crazy how much my wife has excelled in her career. It's wild. When I met my wife, she was just an apartment complex manager and they make, nothing. It was wild what my wife, she went from that job to a couple of different jobs and, she was excelling the whole time. But then she started getting promotions because she works very hard and she's very good at what she does. So now she's pretty high up and she makes really, really good money. And she could still get a couple of more, like, there's only 2 positions above her. And I just think to myself, I'm like, yo, if you just got even one more promotion, not that you need it, nor does she even want it because the stress and the bullshit that comes along with it is crazy. I said, but yo, if you even got one more, I mean, Jesus Christ, the type of money you'd be making is insane. Eric, man, we ain't got shit going on. That's why I'm doing this live stream. I've been doing a bunch of content. I've been out there looking for the work. I'm putting all the feelers out there that I possibly can, man, but I don't know what it is. I think we're about to hit a little bit of a lull. Dustin said, what's the most you ever made from YouTube in 1 month? A shit ton. I made as much as, and it wasn't even that much. The most I ever made in 1 month from YouTube, you're going to have to send a Galaxy for that. I need some donations, man. Listen, man, I'm not going to show you my butthole for free. So hit the Cash App, treat it like Hub's Life. They gave that guy a bunch of shit for asking for donations to answer questions. You can guess, and I'll let you know if you're hot or cold. I can tell you this. The most that I ever made in 1 month from YouTube, I know isn't even a drop in the bucket compared to the likes of others, I imagine. That's all I'm going to say in relation to that. I can tell you this, though. This is diabolical. I just made a lot of freaking money over the weekend, 2 different ways. One was at the freaking casino. I didn't do it. My wife did it. And the other one was from a video that blew up on Facebook. Woo. No, those are some big numbers right there. I ain't never see it like that. I probably would save that for a video because I almost did this video. I don't like to talk money because, one, it's a lot of money to me. It's a lot of money to everybody. But it's taboo to talk the numbers. But I did want to do a video of how much money I made off of After Prison Show in total because it's freaking insane to think about that. And to think about how much of that shit got pissed away from either bad business ventures or tricking hard. Aaron says 6K. It's pretty close. Pretty close, man. Look, I feel like I'm in an interrogation right now. We got to switch gears. I was going to do these house reactions, but I'm not even in a position to get a house right now, nor do I want one. I know somebody was reaching out to me through messages and was asking if I was interested in a flip, and I'm not because I know shit ain't moving like talking about. Grumpy says, I heard Kick pays better for lives than YouTube. It may. I don't know anything about Kick. I've live streamed, dual streamed with that a couple of times. I think the most viewers I ever had was like 2 people. I don't know anything in relation to it. I can tell you the way that the money works, though. The money is the best places for the money is YouTube, Facebook. If you're doing video content, it's YouTube and Facebook for sure. And one of the worst places for it is TikTok. And you know how I learned that? I didn't even learn that from personal experience. I actually learned that from watching a video because I've been posting again on TikTok. And it's wild because one of my most recent videos got over 100,000 views. It didn't really make shit. You know, the short form, it takes a whole lot to make some money over there. And I was watching this video, and this guy was talking about how much TikTok paid me for 60 million views. And I'm like, man, 60 million views. Let me tell you what 60 million views would equal on Facebook after I tell you what he shared. And he shows the analytics. For 60 million views, TikTok paid him $2,000. $2,000. And it was wild the way that he explained it. He said, yo, this video blew up. My CPM was $1, which is how much you're getting paid per 10,000 views. He was making a whole $1 for every 10,000 views. He said, but as the video got more views, the CPM went down. Went down a lot. He said it went down to 14 cents. I said, man, that ain't no way to run no business. Because for 60 million views, Facebook would have paid you probably $15,000. I ain't never had no video do no numbers like that. Actually, I did. What am I talking about? I had a 10 million view video on TikTok, and it didn't make shit. So you know what? Everything that man said was true. Austin says I should start selling butthole pictures. I was thinking of, or feet pics, my bad. I don't know why my mind's all over that. There's a really popular story going on right now involving this 18-year-old girl. What's her name? Piper some shit. Have you seen this? The girl just turned 18. She went immediately to OnlyFans. She made $2 million in like 2 days. 1 day? That is wild. $2 million will buy you a whole lot of things, but you know what it won't buy you? A soul. Because you've just sold your soul to the devil at that point. Unreal. Mr. B Green, what it do, brother? Shout out to you for being up in here. Google says upwards of 1.6 milli. I don't know about that. That's wrong. That's definitely wrong. Dustin said I need some donations too. I was just kidding. Yeah, Piper Raquel. She got her freaking grandma on her videos. I don't know this person. I've just seen it's a hot topic over on TikTok, so I see a lot of videos popping up about it. That shit's just crazy, man. Your parents ain't shit. I don't care if you're 18 years old. I'd still whoop your ass. You were my daughter. Going out like that. We come from a different generation, man. You know, I mean, we really do. Like, the shit that people will do for the money is, it's crazy. It's wild because, Mark, shout out to you, brother. The Ole Miss Miami game is Thursday. Yeah, I ain't going to be able to go live for it. My wife going to have me locked in downstairs on that thing. I ain't going to lie, though. I am worried about Miami. Don't sleep on Miami like Ohio State did. Now you got these people, and their defenses, they got a good defense. Eric says, I was watching one of your videos when you was doing a flip and you fired that dude, bro. Your hair when beer was wild. You look like Marv from Home Alone. That was funny, though, firing him. Yeah, that guy was an idiot. I'm not here to... one thing that I'm going to make sure... let me stop because I'm lying when I say that. That guy was a freaking idiot. But when you fire somebody on the internet, you got to brace yourself because the shitstorm is coming right behind it. People are always going to feel for the person getting fired. It is what it is. I think Buddy wanted, what, $25 an hour? That's what he wanted. He wanted $25 an hour. And he was a fucking moron. And it was the first day that I realized that shit, too, when he cut straight through a freaking water line with a 12-inch Sawzall blade. Talking about he didn't know there was a water line back there. Bitch, what did you think was back there? Where'd you think the water came from? The water ferry? Yeah. But during that time when I had that hair as crazy as I did, that was all for that flip. I went straight wild, man. And it was literally right after I got done with that flip that I got into the fitness. And, man, I went hard. And I'm trying to do it again. Relock said, oh, yeah, Tom. Heard from Tom. It wasn't Tom that I meant to get wrapped up in that. It was the other guy. I was dealing with the other guy's shit for so long. Tom was just there with them. And I reached my breaking point. So when I fired, that's a totally different situation you're talking about, Relock. Eric's talking about Flip 3, the jackass that I hired that was supposed to be a tile guru and all this other shit. But, yeah, when I fired Tom, I did regret that. Man, I did regret that. You know, y'all want to talk some freaking numbers. I'm going to share some numbers with you. These are numbers that I never shared with anybody. You want to talk about pissing some money. Pissing money. When I started that apartment painting business, I've never told anybody this. This is near and dear to my heart. This is how freaking hard we went in the beginning. When I started that apartment painting business, the first 4 months of that apartment painting business, 4 months. You know how much money I brought in off of that? How much money I brought in? This is not profit. This is nowhere near profit because most of this was not profit. Most of this ended up going right back out in day labor. In 4 months of painting apartments, and apartments the worst type of work in the world. You better be doing numbers. And we were doing 5-6 units a day, probably averaging like 3. But we were also the most expensive guy in town, but we were the new show. So everybody was using us. You got to keep in mind, when I first started this business, I had 13 properties. 13. 4 months. I did $130,000. $130K in 4 months. But I was spending $30,000 a month in labor. $30,000 a month in labor. It was freaking crazy. And you couldn't do it no other way. It was a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of a way. And so many people tried to talk to me about this. They were like, Joe, you can't do it like this. And like this meant pay these guys the way that I was paying these guys. I'm paying these dudes top dollar. I had dudes that were making $350 a day and more. Some guys were making $400 a day. But they was working 18-hour days. I mean, you don't leave until that shit gets done. I need you doing a whole 2-story, 1,700 square foot apartment by yourself. And it's a color change and the carpet staying. That is the slowest job that you could do. And it's going to take you forever to do it. It was freaking nuts. It was the biggest, crash and burn ever. But it moved so fast. It moved so fast until it didn't, right? Because when it started, it was a ball of flame, just a fired straight out of a cannon. You got to understand, I got into this thing. I had all the connections, okay? I had all the connections. Our work was solid. We were better than the competition. We were just too expensive. But people would use us until they got those invoices. And over 3 years, it all got pissed away. It all got pissed away. It's impossible is what it is. To succeed in the apartment painting game, you can only be a one-man show, you and a helper. You're painting 2 apartments a day at most. That's it. To be a big fish, and there's not very many of them, you're taking anybody you can off of the streets. You're putting them to work. You're paying them as little as you can pay them. You're charging the lowest to keep that shit rolling. And the quality of work speaks for itself. You get what you get. There's just no way to win in that. Yeah, Toe Guy, it's crazy because I've had plenty of the apartments calling me back. But it's too much. It's just too much to get wrapped back up into that. Because it's not even about the insurance, because I've got insurance again. I just, got my insurance all squared away again. The insurance ain't shit. I mean, it is. But it's all the different things that you have to pay for to be on all of these vendor lists. And all of these vendor lists are essentially like, getting extorted. Everybody's got their hands in every single cookie jar. And, these vendor lists are these third-party verification companies, and all they do is just check your insurance. They just take it off of the plate of the apartment complex and just make sure that you're insured. That's all that they do. And you sign all these waivers that, say if anything happens, it's your fault no matter what. And you got to pay for that. That's an additional $100, $150 a year. And there's so many of those different third-party verification companies you got to deal with these different apartment groups. It ain't worth it. And then to wait a net 30, I can't afford that. Not right now. I definitely can't afford that. Pokemon cards is definitely where it would be. Adam says, could have ended up being YouTube Joe's van life, LOL. Yeah. I'm getting back to the content. I really am. And for Joe Does Stuff specifically, I need to figure this out and fine tune this a little bit. I've got it figured out for Facebook. It's not always going to be viral. It's not always going to work. But hopefully I can build it and it could add something to the pot. After Prison Show, I'm trying to revamp that for 2026. And Joe Does Stuff, I want to do the same thing. I want to revamp this some type of a way. Because me riding around in the truck, either bitching about the day and showcasing a little bit of the work, what am I going to do during the times when we don't have the work? That's the other part to this. So this was just, I guess, basically a little spitball session. The music is coming. That's a big part of 2026. I'm hoping to do something with that. I'm hoping to get into something content-wise that gives me a sense of accomplishment and purpose. And I'm also hoping that my business picks up and that I can rebrand and rebuild a new business. Exterior repairs and roofing is what I want to focus on. I don't want to be a painter. I don't want to do drywall, because those two things themselves, everybody wants for the absolute freaking lowest. But when it comes to a roof, you already know you're going to pay. You already know you're going to pay. And at least with a roof, there's at least a little bit less competition than drywall and painting, especially. Because you don't ever even have to have touched a paintbrush to start a painting company. And just saying that you can do it and trying to learn on the fly. Derek, shout out to you, brother. Hope all is well with you. All right, I got to wrap this thing up. Got to get ready to go pick up my son. Hey, I just wanted to shoot the shit with you guys a little bit. I appreciate y'all taking the time to rock with me on this. Hopefully you found some interest, some enjoyment. Maybe you're able to bid off of me a little bit. I know I come across probably insane most of the time. I don't mean to. It's just my nature. Thank y'all for taking the time to rock with me. I should have a video for this channel tomorrow. And bear with me as I'm attempting to turn it around for 2026. You guys have a great day. Thank y'all so much. Child care in Minnesota, yes, there's a lot of money there as well.